What's up people, it's been a while since I made one of these videos and this time I decided to make top 10 videos about my favorite games in the Switch. Remind you, there is a lot of good games I might haven't played. Also, this damn is so damn hard to make. Also, I don't include any remasters in this. So based on those rules, I'm gonna start counting them on my top 10 Nintendo Switch games. Are you ready? Let's go! What an awesome entry to the franchise. Might be actually my favorite. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a horror game made for kids. I don't think you can really call it horror, more like a puzzle game perhaps. After awesome Luigi's Mansion in GameCube, I couldn't have imagined they would top that, and they did that, and with flying colors. Remind you, I haven't played the second one, but I might do it in future. This game has everything, cool puzzles, really fun boss fights, multiplayer, and on top of all that it has one of the best graphics in Switch. Isn't that crazy? You might wonder how is Luigi's Mansion 4 going to look like. Overall, one of the best games in Switch, and even here if you're not Mario fan, you're sure going to be Luigi fan. Let's go! It hasn't been that long ago that I beat Nier Automata, and already in my top 10 Switch games. It was such an experience. I don't think I need to explain what this game is all about. It has been many of the list already, but it's a game about humanity's extinct and how androids took over instead. And it's so clever, present the story in multiple angles, and because of that you have to do few playthroughs to get the complete picture. Of course, the combat is good. It's freaking Platinum Games, what can I say? But end of the day, this game is my list number 9. And if you didn't play it before, I hope you play it now and you for sure are gonna enjoy it. Okay, I love Legends of Heroes series and this game is nowhere near perfect. But still one of the best JRPGs on the Switch. Such an awesome experience. You might be wondering why I didn't pick the third game. Yeah, I heard people say it's way better than this, but personally, I felt that game was just Cold Steel 1 all over again. The story is kinda slow. Yes, I know there's really good moments in that game. In fact, maybe one of the best in the whole series, like Hamel and the ending twist, but enough of that. So what is Cold Steel? It's mixed up really good turn-based combat, really nice character interactions, and world building. This game is like your Return of the Jedi and is a nice conclusion to the saga. Even though I have some problems with this game. It's still a great game. I will say if you're bored or something and want to try a new JRPG series, try these games and I promise they won't disappoint. You guessed this one is going to be in the list, right? I would be crazy if I didn't. Smash is of course one of the craziest crossovers ever. Smash, basically a platform fighting game where you can pick any characters from many franchises. You want to be Mario and kick Sonic's ass? You got it. You want to be Samus and team up with Ridley? You got it. You want to put characters from Tekken, Street Fighter and Fatal Fury to fight each other? Easy peasy, it has everything. Of course the story mode isn't pro level, but it's really good to see still, and it respects past characters, which is really good to see. And after all that, it has 8-player multiplayer. Prepare to invite whole family to play and hopefully you are still after that welcome to the family dinner. Not much to say about this game, but it has everything for anybody. And it is one of the best games in Switch easily. It really would be a crime if I wouldn't put this in the list. I know, it's in everybody's list. But hey, it's such a good game, okay? All those nights with friends drinking beer and cursing each other. Such a lovely time, right? I'm not sure what to say about this game. Everybody and their moms knows this game. You collect items, try to take out each other and hope you get lucky to get bullet bill and cheap out the whole game. There's also a whole bunch of different Nintendo IP themed maps and you could say this is the ultimate racing experience. Of course, let's don't forget that there's battle mode, but does anybody even play it? Mario Kart is my number 6 and it is one of the best party/karting games out there. Everybody should try it and I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it. It's such an awesome time. Freaking love this game, so much to do, so many secrets and just so much replayability. Spelunky series is just about going to digging and trying to find treasures, secrets, and items while trying to complete the levels. Many traps on the way where you're going to die a lot until you figure out how to avoid them, which is a really big thing about these games. And they make you a bit frustrated. So don't worry, you're gonna be there someday. There's also lots of stuff to do. There's a shopkeeper who gets really angry if you steal from him, but you can't help it. It just puts those atrocious prices sometimes. You can also play 4-player, but that is just chaos and really difficult because you share all the equipment between 4 of you and you don't get anywhere if you don't do teamwork. There's many ways to complete these games and many paths, and it never gets boring even if you complete the game, and I completed few times. I have like thousands of hours and it's still really addicting. Spelunky 2 is on my list number 5 as it's one of the best indie games out there and a must have in Switch, and one of the best in Switch, easily. After all these years, Fire Emblem Three Houses is still one of the best games in Switch. It is just so addicting. It is like Fire Emblem strategy gameplay mixed with social aspects from Persona 5, and I think it's perfect. All the setting kinda reminds me and some people of Hogwarts. Fire Emblem games are paper, scissors, rock type of games where sword beats axes, axes beats lances, and lances beats swords. And there's also magic and bow that are like all around with strengths and weaknesses. Personally, I always love the stories in Fire Emblem games, but I hear many times that they are very basic. But to me, it's many times not the story, but the journey. Overall, a game where it has really good strategic combat, really good characters, and so many things to do. And so this game is basically has something for everybody. If you don't know what game to play next, try this one, highly recommend. And there's so many paths to the story, it's crazy how long you can play this and how many hours you can have. This might be very surprising to many people, but this is easily one of the best games in Switch. If people don't know yet, I'm a big sci-fi fan and I love Star Wars, especially Metroid. Such a good series that started its own genre. But let's talk about the game. Metroid is about a girl named Samus, and she is this badass bounty hunter and who always gets missions from her bosses to explore planets and find what's wrong in there. Sometimes she stumbles upon Ridley, big ass reptile looking like pirate, or sometimes great big overgrown dinosaur? Or should we describe him better? I'm not sure. Basically, she starts every game with nothing. Little by little, she gets upgrades, and end of the game, she is so powerful and badass, which is such an awesome feeling. From outsider's view, this game doesn't look that special, but they always made such a love and care, and there's just so many secrets you can find and hidden lore. Metroid Dread is out there, one of the best games, with alongside Super Metroid, and I highly recommend everyone to play this game and experience it. It's magical. I always put these games so high up. But what can I do? These games are so special and they are love letter to the JRPGs on the past. Combat is kinda same as many MMOs, but at the same time its own unique feeling or a thing. If you love exploration in games, you're going to love this game. If you like good stories that are meaningful and thoughtful and makes you sad that you finish the game, these games are special in that matter and just for you. Even though I put third game in this list, I still recommend starting from the first because how complex the stories are. Why did I pick this one? Because I just love the combat in this one, where everybody gets to fight and you don't need to pinch anybody. Also all the references to the previous game and reminders, hey, this character existed in the previous game, remember him? I always recommend these games to everybody who really feel them, hehehe. Anyway, what are you still doing here? Go play these games and don't waste your life. It's that game everybody's talking about. This is no surprise to anyone, but this game is just that good. Two reasons why it isn't Tears of the Kingdom. 1. I never really finished the game, got into Hyrule Castle and that's it. 2. I was really hyped about that game, but it's just hard to explain, but that game was missing something that Breath of the Wild had. So, Breath of the Wild is number 1 in my Switch top list. This game made me feel that I'm going on an actual adventure, not Link, but me. The experience was so magical, and just going anywhere and nobody tell you where you have to go. Not having any clue what to do and had to figure out the world and all mechanics just yourself. And the mystery the whole time, what the heck happened? And where's Zelda? But also the puzzles were great and there were so many ways how to solve them, which made also less plays always interesting. And at the end, when you finally are powerful enough to storm the Hyrule Castle and take on the boss, you have this very powerful feeling and it's really epic. I have to say, what an awesome game. This is one of those once in a lifetime experiences and I really want everybody to experience this and hopefully everybody will. Last thing, if you played this, what was your experience? Tell me in the comment section below and let me know. Alright, that was all of them. And what did you like? This was my list and now I want to know your list. Everybody's list is unique. Of course, there might be even better games in Switch, but unfortunately I have limited time and I don't get to play every damn game. And those games I haven't played and can't really put into the list, but maybe in future. I really enjoy making these top 10 videos and hope you guys enjoy watching them also. Anyway, this is it and maybe in future I get to update or maybe even make a better list. I do make Switch Quest in my channel and I will eventually get to play these games again. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my other Switch Quest Let's Play videos if you're into those. If not, hopefully we'll see you in another top 10 video. Okay, like always, thank you for watching and hope you like my videos. Have a wonderful day and game on, people.